Hi violin players, we're going to be working on Long, Long Ago in your Suzuki book. I'm going to start with a playthrough of the first line. It's a beautiful song and I think that you'll really like it. So here's the first line. Ready? And. Alright, so right away you can see that we have quarter notes, eighth notes, and half notes. So let's talk about that rhythm first. This song is a really great one to work on your bow distribution, how much bow you're using for each note. So I'm going to start with that rhythm that's in the first measure, taking my fingers out of the equation just on an open A. I'm going to go do, day, do, day. And I'm just going to cycle that a few times so I can practice how much bow I'm using for my quarter notes and how much bow I'm using for my eighth notes. So join me when you got it. Here I go. Ready, and. One more round. And we also have the rhythm that's in the second, third, and fourth measures, where it goes do, day, half note. And for that, that half note falls on an up bow, so make sure you're using enough bow on your first quarter note so that you have enough bow left for the half note. Let me show you what I mean. So I got all the way to the tip of my bow for that quarter note in the beginning. Because if I don't, I am in trouble. See? Right, so I've already run out of bow. So let's do that rhythm a few times. Join me when you got it. Still on an open A. Ready, and. Okay, let's add some fingers to the notes. Here is measure 1. So notice how much bow I used there for that quarter note. Let's try it together. Ready, and. And one more time for good luck. Measure 1. Ready, go. Alright, and now I'm going to show you measure 2. Remember, we're going all the way to the tip for our first quarter note. And then a string crossing over to that C sharp. I'm going to do that again. When you play this measure, it's very common for students to undershoot that C sharp, not make it all the way up to their tape. So just make sure that you're rotating your arm around and that you're stretching out that second finger so it makes it all the way to the tape. All right, this is measure 2. Ready, and. Okay, 2 more times. Ready, go. And one more. Ready, and. Alright, now I'm going to put measures 1 and 2 together. Ready, go. And one more time. Measures 1 and 2. Ready, go. And if you need it more times, that's fine. Pause the video and just join me when you got it. So measures 3 and 4, moving right along, it's that same rhythm. We're getting to the tip on our quarter note. So here's measures 3 and 4. line so you have everything in context. First line of Long, Long Ago. Ready? Go. Quick side note, you may notice that in some of the E's, there's a 0 and a 4 written. That 4 is describing that you could also use a fourth finger on your A string to double that open E pitch instead of an open E. If you're not comfortable yet with your fourth fingers, wait to add them until you're comfortable with the rhythms of the song. Then you can add your fourth fingers later. All right, I'm going to move on to line 2. Line 2 starts off exactly the same. First two measures are exactly the same. So I'm going to skip to the third measure of line 2. And there we just have a slight change in our rhythm. Do, do, day, do, day, do, and then a half rest, a 2-beat rest at the end of that line. And during that half rest, you have a bow lift. So you have plenty of time to lift your bow there. So here are the third and fourth measures of line 2. Ready, and all right, here's line 2 in its entirety. Ready, and make sure you do that bow lift, because when you move on to line 3, like we're going to do right now, you'll really want to start that line on a down bow. So the challenge in line 3, if you are using your open E instead of a fourth finger, either one is fine for now, you do have 3 separate strings that you're going to in the course of one measure. And then for your left hand, you'll have fingered notes right on your A string and your D string. So you have a few different elbow heights that you need to do. I'm going to play the first 2 measures of that third line so you can see what I'm talking about. Third line, measures 1 and 2. Ready, and so you heard my rhythm, do, day, do, day, do, day, half note. There's that rhythm again, right? Do, day, half note, just like we've had in previous lines. Let's do just the first measure so we get a really nice crossover to those E's at the end of the measure. I'm going to do an open E this time so you can see that too. Ready, and okay, one more time. Ready, and all right, and then when you're going from the first measure of the third line to the second, make sure that you are aiming that third finger back on your A string. So I'm going to go 2 E's on my D string and then go to the high D just to practice that. So I'm going to go like this. So I'm doing the last 2 notes of the first measure and then the first note of the second measure. This is all the third line now. E, E, high D. So here I go. And do that 2 more times. And 1 more. Okay, now I'm going to put that in context. Here are the first 2 measures again. Okay, the next 2 measures are exactly the same in terms of pitch. They just get slightly softer. So you're going to use a little less bow and not dig in quite so hard. going to do now the third line and continue on to the fourth, which is the same as the second. So we don't have anything new there, but I want you to hear that transition of the half note. So here are lines 3 and 4. Ready, and